Today, I'm going to show you how to create a Facebook ad campaign. And whether you're a new marketer or you're running ads for yourself, this video is going to show you everything that you need to know to create really great campaigns. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to walk you through this step by step so you know what buttons to press, what toggles to switch. And then I'm going to show you how to write a really great ad because that's part of it. And it's difficult. It might be a little bit intimidating, but I'm going to give you a simple formula that has been used over and over that can get you great results for your ad campaigns. Whether you're running these ads for yourself or for a client, you're going to know exactly how to do it so that they perform every single time. But before we get into it, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel because this video is part of our Facebook Side Hustle series, and I don't want you to miss a single episode in that series so you can learn how to create great campaigns or start making money online by managing Facebook ads for clients. So subscribe, and then I'll see you on the other side. All right, here we are inside of Ads Manager. I'm going to show you how to create an ad campaign. And step number one is pressing this little green button that says create. And when you do that, it's going to pull up, well, it wants me to do that ad. Here we go. It's going to pull up this guided creation window. Now, if you don't see this, that's okay because there's another version. There's this quick creation window. So you might see this one here. And that's all right, but this isn't the one we're going to use. This is something, it's going to be a little bit quicker. It allows you to kind of name all the different parts of your ad, and then you go directly into creation. Might save you a little bit of time if you're a more advanced marketer, but I prefer the guided creation. That's where I'm going to show you. And honestly, even after doing this for years and years, that's really the one that I use the most anyway. So we're going to switch to guided creation and create a new ad. And you're going to see this window, which is choosing your campaign objective, which is step number one. Now, I want to direct you over here to the left-hand side, this sidebar. You're going to see campaign, you're going to see ad set, and you're going to see. And I want to direct you over here because these are the three pieces of an ad campaign. When you create a Facebook ad campaign, you're going to have to choose your campaign objective. You're going to have to set up all the settings in the ad set, and then you're going to have to choose, create the ad itself. Okay. And so these all have different roles. The campaign objective is the type of ad that you're using and how Facebook is going to display and optimize the ad. And it makes a big difference because it kind of chooses the direction that the ad is going to go and the type of people that it's going to optimize for. I'll explain that a little bit more in a minute. The ad set level, this is where you're going to choose your audience. It's where you're going to choose your budget, your targeting, all of those good things, even where the ad is going to display. Now, it's important to note that budget can happen in two places. It can happen in the ad set level, which is where it's traditionally been, or you can use the campaign budget optimization method, which is kind of the newer method. I've got a whole video on that. You can check out that video here. And the campaign budget optimization method, well, just watch the video. It'll explain all of that for you, but you can really go either way. So don't get too tied up in that. All right. Then there's the ad where you actually create, the image, the text, all of the things that go in the ad. And I want to take a minute. I'm going to go and we're going to do this backwards, and I'm going to show you the ad section first because I think it's really important that you kind of see it and understand it before we dive into this. So here is an ad that I've created, and this is kind of the ad viewer. I'm just going to expand the preview. Let me move my face again. So they've changed this since I was last in here, just overnight. But this is what the ad is going to look like. And so you can see here, there's really three parts to the ad. You have the image, right? The image that's getting people's attention, getting them to stop scrolling. You've got the headline, right? And this might tell people what to do, might say what the offer is, might be the title of a blog post. It could be a lot of things. And then you have the text. And really with the text, you've got the full text and you've got the first three lines. The first three lines are what are going to be visible in the ad. And then once they click see more, they'll be able to see a lot more. So if I go over here, you can see the entire ad here, right? This is actually a pretty long ad. That we used for a 5-day challenge here at Laptop Empires, and worked really well. But you can see not all of that is visible. So you really want to kind of get people's attention with the beginning of your copy. And I'm really just trying to talk to the people that I wanted to target here with this particular ad, which was other parents, right? Especially parents that wanted to make some money to be able to provide for their family. People like me, right? My business, like a big reason I do this is because I wanted to spend more time with my family and make more money for my family. And boom, here I am. I started my digital marketing agency. Okay. But this is what I'm really just trying to show you is what the ad looks like, right? Image, headline, button, text, and then the page you're advertising from. This one's showing my page instead of the Laptop Empires page, but it can really be whatever page you're going to advertise from. All right. So let's go back to Ads Manager and go to the actual creation process. And the first part is choosing the campaign. Super important because you want to make sure that you choose the right campaign. All right. And there's a lot of different options. I'm just going to give you the basics here and explain the differences. Okay. The first one that you should know about is traffic. Okay. Traffic is just generating clicks to a piece of content. If you're trying to promote a blog post, you're going to run a traffic campaign, right? Because you want people to click and read the blog post. Now, traffic often gets used for other things that it shouldn't. Right. And a really good example of that is, let's say that you have this great PDF guide, or you have a webinar, you have something where people are going to be entering their name and email to access a piece of content, a gated content piece, right? That we call a lead magnet. If your goal is to get them to opt in and join your email list to get that piece of content, you don't want to use traffic. You want to use conversions. Okay. Conversions basically means the objective is for people to see the ad, click on it, hit that landing page where they enter their name and email, submit their name and email to get the content, right? So it's getting them to take an action, right? So the big difference here between traffic and conversions is whether somebody takes a second action beyond the click, or an action of, submitting their information. And the reason this is so important, because say that you are trying to get people to join your email list and you're running traffic because you're going, oh, my cost per click is so much less, right? I was working with a student recently and they were doing this, and they were getting 15-cent clicks with a traffic campaign, and they were spending $5 for somebody to opt in. And I said, well, look at that. When you're running this conversion campaign, you're spending 50 cents for somebody to click, but you're only spending $3 for them to opt in to get a lead for that business. All right. And that too, that's really, you're getting almost twice as many people that are saying, I'm interested in the business, the service, or join the email list, or whatever it may be, for the same price, right? So the cost of the click doesn't really matter as much. And the reason that this happens is because you've got different type of people that Facebook's optimizing for, right? So let's talk about me versus Bobby, my business partner here at Laptop Empires. Bobby's a blogger. I'm a marketer. Bobby reads blogs. He clicks on it, sees what other people are writing about. I don't, right? But I love looking at people's lead magnets and their marketing strategies and stuff. So I'll opt in for webinars and PDFs and all kinds of goodies and enter my email, see what they have to offer, check out their emails before I unsubscribe. So Facebook views Bobby as a clicker, and they view me as somebody that opts in. So I don't get hit with traffic campaigns, right? If somebody does a traffic campaign, Facebook is going to go find all the Bobbies of the world that are going to click on the ad and read that content. But they're not going to show it to me because I don't click, right? But when it comes to trying to get somebody to opt in for anything, a webinar, a coupon, some sort of special offer, they're going to send it to me because they know my behavior is that I don't always click, but when I click, I opt in, right? And so they want to get the people that are most likely to opt in. So it's really important that you understand these distinctions with these campaign objectives, right? And that's really the biggest one that you need to know. The other ones are pretty straightforward, okay? The other ones that you need to know are things like engagement. Engagement is the same as hitting the boost post button on your Facebook page. It's not going to drive clicks. It's not going to drive opt-ins, but it's going to get people to like, comment, and share your post. So if you have just a post and you're not trying to get them to go anywhere, you just want to share that post, engagement's a really good option for you to use. Same with video views. If you've created a video and you want more people to watch the video, you should use the video views objective. You're going to end up getting more people watching it and longer video views by using that objective. Okay. If you want people to message you, like on Facebook, to go into Facebook Messenger, the messenger objective is going to be the best one to go. That's what they're optimizing for. They're targeting people that are more likely to message. Okay. So that's kind of the general breakdown of the main ones that you need to know about is conversions, traffic, engagement, and video views. Lead gen, this is also really important. Lead gen and conversion are practically the exact same thing. They optimize for the same kind of people. The difference is conversion, you're sending them to a website off of Facebook to opt in. Lead gen, when they click on the ad, it opens up a window in Facebook and gets them to opt in without leaving Facebook. Okay. So that can be really great if you don't have software to build landing pages and things like that. All right, moving on. Let's go to the ad set level. Once you've chosen your objective here, we're just going to say I'm doing this for a client. I'm doing the lead gen objective. I'm going to click conversions I'm trying to generate leads for them through my website on, I've got a landing page on ClickFunnels or something. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to do budget optimization, campaign budget optimization. So I'm going to set my budget here and I'm going to set a daily budget of, let's say, $25, right? Boom. There we go. And you can choose the different types of things you want to do. Really just let Facebook do the optimization. Go with lowest cost and you're good to go. And we hit continue. You can name it here. Don't worry about split tasks, like just one campaign. You're good to go. Name your campaign, something so you know what it is, and move on to the ad set level. Now, once again, you can name the ad set here. So this is if you were going to have multiple ad sets, multiple different types of targeting. You might say, hey, we're targeting interests here. We're targeting a custom audience here. It look like, there's all these different options. But you're going to name it so you know, or maybe it's two different types of interests. We're going to target people that are parents here. And this other audience is going to be people that are interested in social media marketing. And this other interest is going to be people that are interested in YouTube, right? You can choose your different interests. All right. The pixel. All right. You're going to select the pixel that you're going to use here, and you're going to choose the event that you're optimizing for. Not every single campaign that you're going to do is going to have this kind of thing where you have to choose the conversion event. It's just the conversion ones, right? So if I'm trying to get somebody to, get a lead magnet, right? I'm sending them to a website where they're going to download a PDF guide. On the thank you page after they've opted in, I'm going to have that pixel in this complete registration, right? That way Facebook knows where to optimize to. We want them to hit that thank you page. And it's going to tell Facebook, cool, somebody clicked on the ad and they entered their name. They completed the registration to get that PDF, right? So you're going to choose the event that you're going to use. So the next thing that you really need to know about is your targeting inside of the ad set. This is like the main thing that you're in here to do, is to figure out who it is that you're targeting for your ads. And you've got so many options in here. But the main ones are going to be down here, choosing your detailed targeting, your interests, your demographics, your behaviors. Okay. You can really put whatever you want in here. You just got to think about, who is it that I'm trying to target? Who is it that I want to reach with this ad? So if you had a PDF that was for a fitness business and you were trying to teach people your dieting and nutrition tips, then you might want to search things that are related to that. And so if it were dieting and nutrition tips, then think about people that are interested in whatever that may be. So you might look up weight loss and see people that are, people interested in extreme weight loss, right? That might be really good. It might be somebody, maybe you say, okay, they're interested in, maybe they're vegetarians, right? We want to reach vegetarians because here's an interest. Cool. We want vegetarians that are interested in weight loss because this is our no meat fat loss guide, whatever it may be, right? So you have a lot of options here. You can hit suggestions and they'll make new suggestions for you to help you with ideas. You can also browse and you can look by topics and go and kind of find, the things that you may cooking. Okay, that'd be cool. Yeah, let's look at recipes. That's going to be an option. So now we know people that are interested in, this is going to be any of these things, right? So we know, okay, 88 million people. Wow, that's a lot of people we could reach that are interested in weight loss, recipes, and are vegetarian, right? But this isn't an and, this is an or. They could match any of those things. If you want to make it that they have to match all three, you need to go to narrow, right? So we're going to go here and we're going to go to vegetarian, boom, right? And then let's go to, all right, now we're at 780,000. All right, now we're going to go to, what was the other one we needed? Recipes. So we're saying it's going to get smaller because we're saying they have to be interested in all three things. Cool. 580,000 people, but it's very specific, right? If they're interested in weight loss and recipes and they're, being a vegetarian, then our vegetarian weight loss recipe book is going to be a good fit for them. Right. But the thing you got to be careful on when you're choosing this targeting is your audience reach, like who you're trying to reach. And it kind of depends on what you're doing. Like there's going to be different guides here, depending on the type of ad that you're running. Specifically, is this for a local business? like we teach in the Facebook Side Hustle course, where we, focusing on local businesses and creating ads for local businesses, because that's really the easiest way to get results and get paid, right? Or if it's online, it's a national campaign. So if it's a national campaign, you really want to have a reach. This one right here is United States, 18 to really any age, any gender, right? And you could change this. You could say, hey, we only want people between ages 25. We know our main core demographic is 25 to 50 women, right? In the US, right? So when you have that, you want to make sure you have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. Okay. So 380,000 people, probably fine. I would rather have 500,000, a million or more, but because you're trying to be so specific here, this could work. But then again, you could probably get similar results by going like this, removing one. And now look at that. There's 9 million. I might test both of those audiences and see what works better. All right. The same rules don't apply when you're talking about local businesses, because when it's a local business, you're really just going to be focusing on that area. So let's say, here we go, Fort Worth, Texas, right? That's where I'm at. All right. So we go here and we're going to want a smaller radius, right? So let's say that this was for a gym in Fort Worth, Texas. We're going to want to figure out, people that within the driving distance. Now I know this 10-mile radius here around Fort Worth, people aren't going to travel that entire 10-mile radius. Like that's a huge amount of people, almost 500,000 that are showing in this range. It's a huge amount of people, and that's a long distance. Like if you want to drive from up here to down here, you're talking 30, 40 minutes, maybe longer. People aren't going to do that. So what you can do is you can actually drop a pin. So maybe we know that the gym is right here. So we're going to drop it. When you drop a pin, instead of typing in a town, you can actually go smaller. And we can say, we want to get it inside of those roads, right? So inside of this area here, right? Haltom, cool. So maybe we're going to make this a 2-mile radius or a 3-mile radius. Let's see what a 3-mile radius looks like. Okay, this is a more reasonable area that people will drive within to get to that gym. Okay. And so that's what we're looking at. Now you see here, 53,000 people. It's less people, but that's okay because it's local. It's not so much about having the big audience so Facebook can optimize. It's more about the copy and the offer and getting the people that will actually come to your location. Okay. So when you're choosing your targeting, it's important to think about your interests, your location, your size, and then knowing the difference in when it matters for different things. So big national campaigns, you want to have the right interest. You want to have a big enough size that way Facebook can optimize and get you the best possible people. When you're talking about a local business like a restaurant, a gym, a dentist, a chiropractor, you are just going to target the area. You don't even have to worry about interests. You're going to do the right age demographics in the right area. And then it's all going to be about the ad. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. So you can put all your interests in there. You can also exclude, things. You can exclude areas. If you decided you wanted to do another pin let's see right here, you can click here and go exclude. Maybe you say, you know what? We don't want people in Watauga. All right. And nothing wrong with people in Watauga. Just maybe you don't want them for some reason, right? You can go here and you can kind of, mess with this little bubble to exclude, boom, that group, right? Maybe you're just trying to only get people that are, south of that highway, right? So that's something that you can do as well. All right. And then finally, placements. This is super important. Kind of goes a couple of different ways. If you're doing a national campaign, you can do automatic placement and let Facebook put it wherever and figure out where they want to go. If you want to be more specific, I like news feeds, even with national campaigns. A lot of times I'm going to do mobile only because so much of the traffic is on mobile. And I'm usually just going to do Facebook news feed or maybe Instagram news feed. And I'm going to go here and I'm just going to turn off everything else, right? And I'm just going to, so with national, you can kind of go either way. When it's local, you need to be using newsfeed only. That's the only one you want to get people's attention. And we're only using mobile newsfeed when we're working for local businesses, right? And usually only mobile Facebook newsfeed. Sometimes, we'll test Instagram, but usually it's just going to be mobile Facebook newsfeed. But there's a lot of options here. You can target in stories. You can target on Instagram, Messenger, inside of articles. There's all kinds of different options. So you can go through and it'll explain what they look like and what they are over here on the right side. All right. So once you have that done, you're going to go to the ad creation stage. This is where you're actually going to be developing your ad. You're going to choose the page that you're going to advertise from, the style of ad you want, whether it's an image, a video, a carousel, which is like multiple images that slide. Stick with something simple, right? Simple images work really well. You're going to choose add media here. You can select the image that you're going to use. We'll go ahead and pick something. Let's see what's here. We're just going to go ahead and grab this one of the flexing. There we go. You can actually edit this too, right? Crop the image, square image, original size, whatever you want. I think this one makes sense using, kind of a square image. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, that looks better. And then you're going to put your text here, right? This is going to be the text that's going to show up on top of the ad up here. Then the headline is going to be right down here. Okay. You can see the newsfeed description underneath. You can see the button. All right. And this is where you put your destination URL, where you want them to click. So if they're clicking and going to that website, that's where you put that link. Okay. Now, when you do this, I want you to kind of think about what people are doing when they're looking at the ad. Like what is the process they go through? They have their phone and they're just scrolling until something catches their attention. Usually what catches their attention is the image. So the image is really important, and the purpose of the image is to get them to stop scrolling, something that people might be interested in. So we like bright colors. We like real people. We like faces. We like weird things, just stuff that's going to catch people's attention. But, if you can use something that looks like a natural photo, that's going to work really well, because people are on Facebook not to be advertised to, but to see what their friends are up to, right? And so if it looks like a normal post, they're going to be more likely to stop. All right. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your image, but you're going to choose your image, and then you got to write your headline and your copy. Now, the headline is going to be pretty simple. It's going to be something, just whatever it is that you're giving away or whatever it is that you want them to do. All right. And so we're going to use an example of let me see if I can change the image if we have it. Yeah. We're going to use the example of fitness ad. So we're going to have this image, and you'll see in a second. All right. So I'm going to take you over to the copy formula. And we're going to be promoting a ladies 8-week transformation program. All right. And this is our headline, right? And so that's the offer. We're just going to stick it here, right? So this is a gym advertising an 8-week transformation program for women. All right. That's it. We're just telling them the offer, and we're telling them what to do. Join, right? And we're going to go ahead and change the button too to make it fit. We're going to say sign up. All right. Now you'll notice this description went away. I don't even use this most of the time, because if you're using a full 2-line headline, the description goes away on mobile. And like I said, mobile newsfeed is where I'm going to put the ads. All right. Now we need to create the text as well. So that headline is like, what is it they're getting, or what is it you want them to do? Join this program. We have a buy one, get one free appetizer at a restaurant, right? Whatever it is, like that's kind of how you're going to use the headline, is to tell them what they're getting. But let's go back to this copy formula. All right. This is the copy that we're going to put in. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to throw it over here in the primary text, so you can see what it looks like. That's the full ad expanded, and this is just the first 3 weeks. All right. And it's really interesting when you look at this. You're going to see ladies intro to weightlifting. Okay. So transformation program, but we're focusing on weightlifting. And ladies intro to weightlifting, an 8-week transformation program for ladies in Fort Worth who want to drop a size. That is pretty powerful language that's all there without them having to click more. Right. And so that's really important. Those first 3 lines really pack a punch. And I'm going to get into it here with the formula in a second. So let's go back over, and you can see I've split this into 4 parts. We've got the red, the green, the blue. All right. So the red, this basically is what is the offer. Okay. The green is who is it for? The blue is what do they get? And yellow is what do you want them to do? So what is the offer? Who is it for? What do they get? What do you want them to do? So first, what is the offer? Ladies intro to weightlifting, an 8-week transformation program. All right. We're telling them this is a transformation program for ladies. It involves weightlifting. People aren't interested in weightlifting. They're going to go, right? But the idea here in this one is we're doing something a little different, right? We're going to, and we get more into that in the copy, but it's like, this isn't a cardio program, right? And you'll see that here in a second, the next line for who's it for. It's for ladies in Fort Worth specifically. All right. This is a program for ladies in Fort Worth. All right. But then we go further than that. It's not just who's it for, but it's also the desires, right? It's for ladies in Fort Worth who want to drop a size, right? That's the desire. And now we're going to overcome some sort of objection or eliminate some sort of fear or something that they don't desire, right? Without stepping foot on a treadmill. So the type of women that we're trying to attract at this ad are women that are in Fort Worth that want to drop a dress size and don't like cardio. We're giving them an alternative, weightlifting. And it says intro, right? This is important. It's not just a ladies weightlifting program. It's an intro to weightlifting program because we're trying to make it less intimidating. If you've never done weightlifting before and you don't want to do cardio, come try this. Come check this out. All right. Next, we get into what is it that they get, right? Your program includes, and we've got 4 bullet points. And you'll see here, the real keys are strength training program, personal instruction, fun workouts, nutritional guidance. But these bullets have more than that because they're not just the features that you get. They're the features plus benefit, right? Features plus, why they're important. Like that's the question you always want to be asking yourself. Okay, we have this feature. You're getting this thing. Here's why it's important. Here's why it's great. Okay. So you get a strength training program that gets results faster than traditional cardio. All right. So we're telling them like, you're going to get faster results doing it this way. And we're also emphasizing like, cardio didn't work for you. You don't want to do it. You hate running. Here's not only another option, but a better option. Okay. Personal instruction on proper form so you can work out without fear of injury. We're overcoming an objection. Why is the personal instruction important? Because a lot of people are afraid to start weightlifting because they don't want to get hurt, right? So we know that objection, so we're handling it. All right. Fun and efficient workouts that help you build toned muscle without getting bulky in under 2 hours per week. Okay. So this feature is pretty good benefit on its own, right? It's fun and efficient workouts. Running on a treadmill isn't fun for most people, but if they're fun, exciting workouts where you're doing different things every day, like that's exciting. But then we talk about like, what is the benefit of these workouts? It's going to build toned muscle, something that people really talk about. Women always talk about like, I don't want to get bulky. I want to have toned muscle, right? And then that same thing, I just said it. We don't want to get bulky. So we're going to build toned muscle. We're going to get toned without getting bulky. And then one more thing, we're going to do it in less than 2 hours a week. If you come and you do a 45-minute workout or a 30-minute workout 3 times a week, you're going to get great results. Less than 2 hours a week. Awesome. All right. Nutritional guidance. So you know what to eat to achieve your goals without having to give up your favorite foods. Okay. We're going to give you a nutrition plan. So you know exactly what to eat to get results. No guesswork, right? But we're going to do it in a way that you don't have to give up your favorite foods. You can still have pizza. You can still have burgers, whatever, right? That's a huge plus, right? One of the worst things about dieting is having to give up those things. So if you can do it in a flexible way, doesn't give up those things, that's a huge benefit. So you can see how much more powerful these bullets are by, using this feature benefit methodology. Okay. And we really want to make sure we do that. And the last part of the ad, we say the program starts next Monday and has limited spaces available. Tap the image below and enter your info to reserve your spot. The key part here is this last part. Tap the image below and enter your info to reserve your spot because they are seeing this ad. Okay. And so we want them to tap and enter their info to reserve their spot in the program, right? Because remember, we're collecting that name and email. So we need to tell them what to do. If you don't tell them what to do, your ad will be less effective. It seems silly, but when you tell people what to do, they follow that action. They're more likely to do it. If you let them guess and try and figure it out on their own, they won't. They just won't do it. Okay. So tell them what to do. Some other kind of interesting things here. We're creating urgency. We're saying there's limited spaces available. It's starting next Monday. Basically saying, hurry up because you're going to miss your chance if you don't do this now. All right. So this is our simple formula for writing copy. This works for ads, all kinds of ads where you're running ads for yourself, for your clients, whether it's for a local brick and mortar business like we recommend in the Facebook side hustle, or it's for a national brand. It's something like Laptop Empires where you're trying to build your email list. You're selling courses and info products, or you have a blog, whatever it may be. This formula can work for all of it. And it's very simple, right? It's here's what we're offering. Here's who it's for. Here's what you get. Here's what we want you to do. If you follow that formula, you pair it with a great image, you're going to have really effective ads. All right. So the last thing that you're going to do once you've finished creating your ad is you're going to go down here. You put your link right to the website, obviously. You're going to go down, make sure that this pixel toggle is switched over, and then hit confirm. Right now it's saying there's an error because I haven't put the link, but you're going to hit this button and you're going to publish the ad. Once you publish the ad, it's going to go into review, and then Facebook is going to say, okay, this is good. This is good to go. And they're going to launch it. If you want to know a little bit more about getting your ads approved and reviews, check out our video on the Facebook ad policies. I've broken it all down for you. It's showing up here in the card. That's going to be super helpful for you. But then you hit publish, you let it go, it starts running, and you're going to get great results. All right. I hope you found this tutorial on creating your first Facebook ad campaign super helpful. If you've got any questions, please let me know in the comments. Definitely subscribe to the channel so that way you don't miss any other episodes in the series or any of our weekly episodes that we put up on the channel. I also want to point you to, kind of next videos. You should watch the next video in the series. If you're brand new to the series, you should go back and watch the first video in the series, which you can find right here. I appreciate you watching the show. We'll see you next week.